I'll admit, I'm not the most handsome of gentlemen. I don't have the chiseled chest or the massive arms or even the way with women, like an Idris Elba or, one of these great actors or athletes. But I have been on my fair share of dates. And I don't know if you can actually call them dates, thinking back to it retrospectively, kind of like me trying my best to not come across as completely incompetent. But regardless, one of the things that I noticed in general life is that people take a long time to make decisions, especially decisions that they think are quite big decisions. Rarely ever would you ever go on a first date and decide that someone will be your life partner right there and then. It can take multiple touch points. Now, get your head out of the gutter. I'm not speaking about actual physical touch points here. It could take multiple points of communication before you make a decision that, yeah, this is the person I want to be with long term. You might go on multiple dates. You might have multiple phone call and text message exchanges before you make a decision that, yeah, I want this person to be my partner. And then you'll be partners for a while, hopefully, before you make the final decision to say, yeah, let's get married. Now, I want to compare this to marketing and touch points in marketing, because sometimes we get offended when potential customers might come to our website and not make a purchase the very first time they come. Not realizing that for someone to take out their credit card on a website that they've literally just discovered today and make a purchase from you, and they have no idea who you are, they're not even certain if you're going to deliver a high quality product or a service yet, it can be somewhat arrogant for you to assume that they should make a purchase at their very first touch point. That's why it's important, just like dating, to create multiple touch points for people to kind of experience your brand, so that when they do take out their credit card or debit card, they trust you a lot more to make that purchase. So how can you create this kind of experience that gives people more than one touch point to kind of convince them to become a customer of yours, if not now, then at least later on down the line? Well, firstly, there's been studies that show that it takes around about 8 touch points before someone makes a decision to become your customer. It's important to know that just because you drive traffic to a web page doesn't necessarily mean that those visitors are going to convert into customers the very first time they land on your website, but you should be retaining their information. You should be doing retargeting, and I speak about retargeting in some of my other videos, and I will be covering this topic in more depth in later videos, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss when those go out. But you also want to be doing email and text message, or email or text message marketing, so that you can keep in touch with those people who come across your website. What this means is when they come to your website for the first time, that could potentially be their very first touch point. And then you can send them remarketing ads via email or text message. You might also decide to start doing social media marketing, and you might think, what's the ROI of social media marketing? But it's just another touch point. You see, someone might come across your product but not make a purchase, but then they follow you on Twitter anyway, because maybe you're talking about some interesting topics there, and that's a second touch point. So now they're actually seeing you on Twitter as well as being someone who's visited your website. That's a second touch point of yours. You might also decide to create video content and share that content on YouTube, and that content might be the first touch point that someone has with your brand. They might not even see your advertisements on Facebook or on Twitter, but they might see you for the very first time on YouTube answering a question that maybe they have. Now, maybe you're reaching someone with your YouTube videos who's already been to your website. They've already seen what product or service you have on offer, and this might be their second, their third, or their fourth touch point. Regardless, the point I'm trying to make in this video is it can take multiple touch points before someone makes a decision to buy from your product or your service, and you shouldn't feel offended by that. Just because you present someone with your offering, whether it's a free giveaway or whether it's an entry-level product, a loss leader product, or your main product, don't feel offended if they don't buy the very first time. It might take them a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year before they feel comfortable enough to make a purchase from your particular website. They might not even be in the ready to buy mindset when they first come across your product. Now, again, I'm going to be speaking about a lot more of these topics on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed. And also, if you want to know the formula to generating leads and sales online, make sure you download it. There's a copy behind me. I'll also leave a link to it in the description down below, absolutely free for you to download. Now, I'm going to be speaking about some of these topics in my webinar on Tuesday morning. It might be Monday evening for some of you, depending on your time zone. I'll leave a link in the description down below. If you have not registered yet, make sure you go and register for the webinar. I'm going to be sharing how you can turn your passion into a profitable online business. You don't want to miss it. So make sure you go and register right now. The seats will be limited, so make sure you register and get there early as well. And I really look forward to seeing you guys live. But until next time, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Download the formula if you haven't already. And for those of you coming on Tuesday, I really look forward to interacting with you live. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.